Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read a story on trying to solve a problem when you can calm down. And again, the story comes from my favorite book, Life Lessons for Kids. One of Miss Ruby's favorite lessons was about calming down. There's a good reason why Miss Ruby likes these lessons. Not a week goes by in her class without an argument among her students. And Miss Ruby often finds herself in the middle of these feuds. That's why she felt her students needed some help with settling their differences without fighting. When things go wrong, Miss Ruby begins. Your first response is often become angry. That's very natural, because your anger lets you know that you have a problem. Think of anger as a watchdog, on the lookout for your best interests. It signals that something or someone is getting in the way of what you want or what you need. For example, let's say that you and a friend decide to work together on a social studies project. And you agree to split the work up. When you meet to see how the project is going, you discover that your friend has not done anything. The project is due in a few days. Of course, you're angry because you worked real hard and you did your part. Besides, this is an important project that counts as a large part of your grade. All you can think of is losing that A and believing your friend did it on purpose. As the students listened, they were wondering if Miss Ruby was referring to the time that Jackie and Sam had a terrible argument about their science fair project. Although Sam completed his part of the project, Jackie got mad because she thought his work didn't look neat enough and it spoiled the project. Miss Ruby continued, "You've probably noticed that when you become angry, one angry thought makes you think of another angry thought. It doesn't take long before your face is red, your blood is boiling, and you are in a really bad mood. Do you know why this happens?" Miss Ruby waited for some of the students to respond. Then she explained to answer her question. She told the students that the brain has two parts, the thinking part and the feeling part. When they get angry, the part about the brain that thinks starts to shut down, and the feeling part runs wild. It just gets overemphasized. As this is happening, the body then gets involved. Your stomach gets tight, your face gets red, and we may feel a surge of energy that we want to just get up and run or fight. What Miss Ruby is saying made sense to the students. Every one of them could relate and began to nod in agreement. There definitely were plenty of times when they had gotten mad, and myself as well. The students had never thought about anger in this way, and they wanted to hear more. Miss Ruby began to talk about how the emotional and the feeling part and the thinking part of the brain work together. She explained that the feeling brain needs to calm down and listen to what the thinking brain is thinking. So the thinking brain shouldn't decide how to solve the problem at hand without considering the feeling part of the brain. So she told the students, in order to do this, you need to slow down the process so your thinking and your feelings can communicate. Thinking and feeling part of the brain. Miss Ruby then gave the students some suggestions. She turned to the chalkboard. She writes down, cool down your behavior. She told the students that the best way to do this is to take a break. If you take a break from the situation, you aren't as likely to do or say something that you'll be sorry about later. Because if you say something that you're sorry about, it's because you did it without thinking. The next thing Miss Ruby wrote down was on the chalkboard was cool down your thoughts. She made a suggestion that the students never heard before. Miss Ruby suggested something called self-talk, which means using good thoughts to stop angry thoughts from taking over. She told the students that whenever she became angry, she says things like, calm down, it's gonna be okay. Take it easy, this will work out, let's just wait and see, but you need to calm down, it's okay. She's looking at the students. She could see that they were surprised by what she had just said. The students were not surprised that Miss Ruby got angry, they just weren't used to hearing an adult, let alone a teacher, admit it. Her third suggestion, Miss Ruby writes on the board, cool down your body. She told the students that they could do that by doing something physical, like taking a fast walk, jump roping, dancing. Miss Ruby thought of suggesting a specific CD, but she could never remember the name of the new groups, so she decided to let the students pick their own music. The last thing Miss Ruby did was she wrote down, cool down your feelings. She said that one way to do that was to think of a relaxing scene, like a favorite vacation or the beach. She told the students to use their senses to make their special scenes come alive. If they concentrated, they would be able to feel the warm sun on their face or the smell of the water or a beautiful garden with the flowers. Whenever you feel angry, you really just need to calm down. Take a few breaths, close your eyes, and go to your relaxing scene. And use positive self-talk. Miss Ruby suggested that these things work, but learning to cool down your feelings take practice. You need to spend time relaxing in this way to keep you from becoming too angry. Then Miss Ruby asked the students to describe things that help them calm down when they are angry. Jesse said that he liked to play with his dog. Dad said he usually goes to his room and listens to music. And Simon added that his mother always told him to drink a glass of water. I myself like to go outside and walk in the nice, pretty, clean grass. Those are good ideas, Miss Ruby responded. Some students noticed that she had a playful look on her face, and they knew she was about to say something interesting. I have one more suggestion, she said. A good way to calm down is to do something physical, like cleaning your room. As Miss Ruby made this last suggestion, she says, I thought that would make you sit up when I suggest clean your room. You may think it's not a good idea, but what else can you do that will give you the same results? Cleaning your room will help you get rid of anger and please your parents at the same time. Miss Ruby hoped that adding a little humor to the lesson would help her students remember the skills she had just taught them so that the next time they became angry, they would remember to cool down first and talk it out later. And you know, boys and girls, right now is a time that we might be frustrated, tired, and overwhelmed, like myself, being at home with the same people. And we do things the way we want to do things, and yet our family members want to do things the way they want to do things. So it's easy to get your feelings hurt, to get angry, and now's the time that our feeling and our thinking side of the brain need to communicate, to practice calming down. If we do this, the time that we're here at home, not able to come to school, it'll be practice for when we're older and we need to work with people who we can't get along with. So this would be a good practice. Have a great day. See you soon.